Yo, YouTube, what's going on, man? KayBee the trucker checking in with y'all again. Out here in the middle of nowhere. I see where I'm at, though. It's about, what time is it right now? 1900. Shut down early. Started early this morning, so I shut down. See, I was thinking this morning. Yesterday, I was mad as fuck. I missed the basketball game. So I shut down early enough tonight to be able to sit down, relax with my drink. No alcohol, though. My nice cold beverage. Understand? And watch the game. But yeah, I'm over here at this pilot. Just kicking back, chilling. In between two trucks. They running their shit, making all kind of noise. Hopefully I can hear me. But yeah, gotta holler at y'all, man, because some people just say some shit that make you think. Sometimes it'll be good, other times it makes you wonder if they alright in the head or not. You understand? So I was at another pilot in New York somewhere, upstate. I think it was Greenberg, not Greenberg, Newburgh. Probably where I shot the last video at. I think it was over there. So I'm at the pilot. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go take my shower. I have to go get that fresh on. It's only right. So I'm at the counter talking to the lady that's about to swipe my reward card. And she take it. Then I hear, I ain't even see the other person. Then I hear, "Oh, you a trucker for real?" I'm like, who the fuck? I look down to my right. It was a lady draining the cooler of water. You know the cooler, open top coolers that they put up in pilot, and they got the monster drinks and all type of drinks in there. And after the ice melt, you have to drain the water. So that's what she's doing. I look down, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't see you down there. She's like, oh, you a trucker for real? I'm like, in my head, I'm saying like, what the hell does that mean? But I kind of understand where she was coming from. Because, like, in one of my previous videos, I was talking about how we have this perceived image of how a trucker is. So I couldn't knock her that much for that question. You understand? So she's like, yeah, you don't really look like a trucker. I was like, yeah, I get where you come from. It's all good. Then it's the other question that she said that kind of threw me for a loop. And I wanted to step on her hand when she was down there for asking me some stupid shit. She was down there on the floor. I just wanted to step on her hand, man. I ain't gonna lie. The other question she asked me was, don't you think trucking is a waste of life? I said, what? I was like, man, give me my receipt. I'm gonna take my shower, man. I ain't even speak to her after that. I ain't even respond to that shit. That made me think that she wasn't right in the head. But while I'm in my shower, you know what I'm saying, while I'm getting my clean on and all that, I'm thinking like, this trucking is a waste of life. I had to dwell on that shit like, is it for real? But I got an answer for her ass. I should have gave her my YouTube so she could sit back and watch this shit. Bucket lady, that's what I'm gonna call her, bucket lady. Alright, so if you hear me say bucket lady, I'm referring to the lady draining the buckets. If I had time to respond to bucket lady, I would have to ask her like, don't you think what you're doing is a waste of life? Right? I'm gonna look at it at both sides. I'm a truck driver. I get to see the country. I don't have to speak to anyone at any time if I choose not to. Right? I don't even see the same people twice. Not for nothing. If I see somebody twice, I feel like I knew him for a lifetime, man. I start asking about his moms, how his sister doing, how his brother doing, how the dog, all that shit. Because your chances of bumping into the same person twice is like slim to none, right? Especially if you running all over the place, right? But you working pilot. Not knocking anybody that got a job working pilot. It is what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do. But you working pilot, draining buckets. There's a good chance. You understand? You work with people that you might not like, that you got to work closely with every day, at the same time. And where's the possible growth in that? So is that a waste of life, knowing that you're doing the same thing repeatedly with the chances of growth is pretty slim? You could probably get promoted to not being a bucket lady no more, to probably running the cash register and become a cashier. But what's the chance of you owning the pilot? I would say -0. If that was a number. The chances is none. You don't have no chance. You have no chance, right? That's one thing. My chances of growing in trucking is all up to me. It's all up to how far I want to take things. There's no limit to what I can do. So how would trucking be a waste of life? I have an idea where she was going. I think she was more along the lines of being a truck driver. You're away from family. You're away from friends. You can't enjoy yourself. Your social life isn't as prominent as somebody that works a 9 to 5 and home every day. Home every day, every night. I think that's where she was going. So what though? So what? So you trying to tell me athletes, basketball players, like singers and shit, when they go on tour, is that a waste of life? Or is it not a waste of life because they have fame and obviously more money? Because they're away from family too. So if the only thing that makes you want to ask if trucking is a waste of life, being away from people that you care about or doing the things that you perceived as fun. So basketball playing, football playing, that's a waste of life too, because they probably see their family 2-3 times a month, right? Bucket lady, shut your dumb ass up, alright? Maybe I should have gave her a chance to elaborate, but I ain't had time for that. There's no way trucking could be a waste of life. First of all, you have to think about, like, what is life to you? What is life about to you? To everybody, life ain't the same thing. You have some people, I go back to the hood, you got some people that sit on the bench in the park, and if you ask them, their life is the shit. Right? They ain't got no worries. So life is great. What is living? What is living to you? That's what you have to ask that question before you even think about asking somebody if is trucking a waste of life. Hell nah, it ain't a waste of life, man. I'm out here I'm making good, making money. Alright, it ain't the great money that I'm gonna make, but I'm making good money. I don't see the same people. I'm riding around. I get a piece of mind every day. This is another thing. If you're doing something that you don't wake up and enjoy doing, think about if that's a waste of life. And bucket lady, if you enjoy draining buckets, that's on you. But I can't see how someone would enjoy doing that. So that might be a waste of life. I'm doing what I want to do. I choose to be doing this. And I wish I had chose this years ago, but it's never too late. I choose to be out here running around, being antisocial, getting to the money. See, except for y'all, YouTube, I love my YouTube family, man. Other than that, I don't really talk to nobody. Once in a while, I chop it up with somebody in the truck stop, but it's not right on the regular. Too busy getting to the money. What is life to you? Life to me is doing what I want to do, right? So if I choose to stay home for 3 weeks, lay down and scratch my ass and do nothing, that's living to me. That's living to me, and I won't be in debt. I won't be worrying about how this light bill gonna get paid and how you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna eat, or the youngins gonna eat and things like that, then I'm living. That's what it really amounts to, is figuring out what's life to you. Cause I would hate to be doing something that I don't want to do every day. That's why I left my previous life. That's why I gave up all the shit that I used to do, because I didn't want to do it. I had to do what you got to do to get it out here, right? You gotta put in that work to get what you need. And then when you realize that you don't wanna be doing what you're doing no more, hopefully you were smart enough to put what, you know what I'm saying, take your resources and move on. That's what it all boils down to. So bucket lady, don't go around asking truck drivers if they feel trucking is a waste of life, man, because you crazy. As long as you choose what you want to do, it can't be a waste. Even if you got people that's matter of fact, let me say this. The only waste of life that I could think of is being incarcerated. I'm not talking about, damn, you done fucked up, you have to go to jail for X amount of time, and you got out, and then you got back on the right path. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the people that enjoy going to jail. You looking at me like, nobody like going to jail. Yes, they do. Trust me. I remember talking to somebody when I was back home. It was a little while ago. And if you hear somebody say this, just pay attention to what people say. If you ever hear somebody say this, man, I was doing better in jail. Separate yourself from them. I'm telling you. You gonna tell me you was doing better in jail? Really, bro? Come on, man. You crazy. You could never be doing better when a man tell you when you gotta go take a shower. When you could take a shower. Telling you this is what you're gonna eat today. Being around all men. You was doing better in jail? That's a waste of life. Truck drivers out here living the life, man. Ain't no way around it. We out here doing what we want to do. Even if you decide to stay a company driver and you don't want to take the next step to grow, that's not a waste of life. Why? Because you're choosing to do it. You're choosing to be a company driver, have less stress. You don't got to worry about the equipment. You just drive this shit like it's a rental car. You know what I'm saying? Hit potholes, do donuts, all type of shit. Because you know it ain't yours. You ain't got to worry about it. And you still can make decent money. But that's not living to me. Living to me is owning my own. Doing what I want to do. Call the shots. That's what it's about. Pick up the phone and ask them who's this, then hang up. That's what it's all about. I ain't got to talk to you if I want to. Why? Because I control my destiny. You don't call me with that bullshit. I hang up on you with that bullshit. That's what it's about to me, man. Trucking can never be a waste of life. Hey, bucket lady, if somehow you see this, don't ask those dumbass questions no more, alright? Trucking a waste of life. Hey, YouTube, I'll holla at y'all.